All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the highly anticipated webinar. It's nice to have everyone here, and I'm super excited for everything we're going to talk about today. So, just let me know if you can hear me and if you can see me clearly. So, just let me know if you can hear me, my sound clearly, and if you can also see me clearly as well. We're starting any moment from now. So, just let me know if you can hear me very well and also if you can see me as well. So, welcome once again, everyone. Welcome. It's really nice to have everyone here. I can see the energy is really high, and that's very exciting. Yeah, so just me very well, and also if you can see me as well. All right, that's wonderful. Since our sound is clear, while we're waiting for a few for more people to join in before it's time for us to kick off, I'd like to know where everyone is watching from. Just let me know your name and your location in the comment section. Yeah, so while we're waiting for people to join in, so we're starting at exactly 8. So before then, we just want to have a bit of introduction and all that. So let me know your name and your location in the comment section. We are starting any moment from now. So let me know your name and location. Once again, welcome. We're starting in exactly 3 minutes. We're starting in exactly 3 minutes. So, yeah, let me know your name and your location in the comments. We have Sunny watching from Kebbi State, Onabanjo watching from Lagos. We also have Abosede watching from Oshun State. There is Dina from Abuja. Wonderful. Welcome, guys. I can see more people are joining in. So, yeah, we still have like 3 minutes more. We have Baba Jide from Ikeja. We also have Alvin from Abuja, right? Precious from Lagos. We also have Oluwas. I can't pronounce your name. Sorry, you. Shabisesan. Sorry if I miss your name, but from Lagos. That name sounds very foreign. Actually, doesn't sound like a Yoruba name, but it's actually very nice. We have Harrison from Delta State. Ambrose from Calabar. Wow, I like the diversity here today. We have Ikedi from Delta State. We have Bishop from Festac. We also have Michael from Lagos. Hi, Michael. We have Alalibo from Rivers State. Okay. We have Umukoro Felix from Delta Worry Precisely. Hello. We also have John from Berga. All right. We can see more people are joining in. Just is like the Obodo of Nigeria. The place is really cold. We have Rita is from Imo State. We also have Omolayo from Oshun State. It's like a lot of people are watching from Lagos, but that's cool. That's cool. We also have Michael from Bahrain. Wow, from Asia, right? That's wonderful. We also have Sunday from Ogun State. Nice. We're starting in exactly 1 minute. So yeah. Yeah. Adiola is watching from Ogba. I guess that's in Lagos as well. Great is watching from Lekki. And Ayebi is watching from Asaba. Gochi is just joining. Welcome. We're starting in less than few seconds. Right. So I'm going to be sharing my slide with you. Right. So you can see what I'm going to be sharing with you personally. Right. So you can also let me know if you can see my slide. Right. I'm going to be sharing my slide with you. So once again, welcome everyone. Welcome. It's nice to have everyone actually. The turnout is really great. So let me know if you can see my slide in the comment section. I'll be sharing my slide with you. So let me know if you can see it clearly. All right. So if you can see my slide, let me know in the comment section. We are starting right now. So if you can see my slide, let me know in the comment section. If my slide is not clear on your screen, just increase your resolution on YouTube so you can see clearly. All right. So everyone, and I welcome you this highly anticipated webinar that everyone has been waiting for. Even me personally, I've been waiting for it, and I'm glad it's finally here. In this training, I'm going to be sharing with you the exact method that I showed Mr. Ken that got him a full-time job in Canada while he was still in Nigeria. And also, I'm going to show you how you can do the same and finally jackpot either by yourself or with your family within the next 6 to 12 months using these hidden routes no one else is talking about. Now, with this method, you won't have to bother about paying millions of naira or thousands of dollars on tuition fees or having to deal with schoolwork, assignments, etc. Right? When all you simply want is a job that will help you and your family relocate with the aim of becoming a permanent resident and a Canadian citizen as the end goal. So, if you are excited about learning about this amazing opportunity that can get 6 to 12 months, just type one in the comment section. If you are excited about this amazing opportunity, all right, wonderful, wonderful. Because personally, I'm even excited about sharing this with you. So, in this training, we are going to be covering four very important things. Firstly, you are going to learn five substitute and different pathways to relocate to Canada through the work route instead of going to spend millions to pay for tuition fee, that school fees, if you can't afford to. Secondly, I will be showing you a website to find jobs and how to apply for these jobs. The third thing we're going to be covering today is I'm going to show you why the Canadian government need more foreign workers like you, even more than you need them, right? And this is very exciting. It's something you should not miss. The last but not the least is I will give you the opportunity to work with me personally so that I can guide you through the entire process, which is also very exciting. Now, whether you decide you need my help or not, there is one thing that I can assure you for sure is that you will be getting massive value from this training tonight, and you will leave this training learning new things that you never knew about before. So just buckle up as we're going to be getting into the main stuff right now. So before we move into all that juicy stuff that I've just promised you, I need to be clear, crystal clear, who this training is for, right? So that you can see for yourself if you qualify, and if you don't even qualify, you can easily leave the webinar without wasting your time. For yourself as a single or even with your environment without having to bother about the high mental to study in. This training tonight is also for you if you are a single person who want to relocate to Canada, or if you want to relocate with your family. This training is also for you if you have been struggling to score high in your IELTS exams. This training tonight is also for people within the ages of 22 and above, as long as you are fit to work. This training tonight is also for you if you only have your SSC, which is your WAEC or your NECO certificate, if you have your NC, ND, HND, and of course, even if you have higher qualifications, BSc, Masters, and the rest. This training is also for you if your goal is to become a permanent resident or a Canadian citizen. This training is for you even if you have as little as 1 year work experience in your field or no work experience at all. This training is also for you if you can't afford the high proof of funds that is required to relocate through the express entry or the study route. Lastly, this training is for you if you are struggling to meet up with the express entry CRS score. Now, who is this training not for? This training is not for people that want to sleep and wake up in Canada magically. It's not for you. This training is not for people who cannot afford basic things like their international passports or relocating to Canada. Even if you get a sponsored job, you still need to have some money of your own. So if you don't have some money of your own, you're still struggling to meet up with getting your passport or all those any requirements that you need to spend money on, this training is not for you. This training is not for people that are not action takers. So if you are not willing to put in the work, apply for jobs in Canada by yourself, this will not scam. I am not here to convince anybody. So if you already think that, oh, this is a scam, this one is a scammer, it's better for you to leave the webinar right now. This training is also not for people who give up quickly, because relocating to Canada through the work route takes due process, right? And this is a process that you must follow diligently. So if you're not willing to put in the work, or you're not patient enough, then there's no point starting, because it won't work for you. Now that we know who this training is for and we know who it's not for, let us now get right into the main thing. So, as we all know, the current economy in Nigeria is a joke. The last 8 years have been like a living 8 years. If care is not taken, will be hellfire. Now, at this point, it's only Jesus, the miracle worker, that can come and rule Nigeria, that things will change overnight. And we know that Jesus is not coming down to earth to come and rule, right? He's already a king in heaven. So whoever comes to rule Nigeria, as we all know, things cannot change overnight. It will definitely take a long time, right? And this is how our economy has been regressing for the last 8 years. So when Buhari said from top to bottom, it's very clear that he meant it. The price of things in the country has quadrupled. Security system has failed, because people that ought to protect citizens, they are even the ones killing them. Some people's family members to just go missing without trace because the police have allegedly killed them. We all remember what happened during NSAS. The naira, so terribly, it has resulted in a high rate of inflation. We already know how the naira is trading against the dollar in the market. At some point, some people were buying naira. We don't even want to talk about the 8 months of ASU strike. Like, people that ought to finish school in 4 years, right? They have been in school 5, 6, 7, 8 years. And even the ASU strike that they just recovered from, another one is still looming. There are rumors of another ASU strike that's going to happen. And this suffering has been going on for the past 8 to 12. That things will change overnight. And we all know that's not going to happen. So it's still going to take a while for things to start becoming better. So I very much understand why, if most people have their way, they just want to jackpot because everybody is tired. And there is no guarantee that things will get better. So be rest assured that it's okay if you want to relocate to a country that is safe. It's okay if you want to relocate to a country where there is little to no police brutality. It's also okay if you want to go to a country where you don't have to experience bad roads and terrible traffic every single day. It's okay if you want to experience 247 electricity, because most people will live in their whole life without seeing lights constantly 247 for a whole month in Nigeria. It's also okay if you want a better job and a better education. It's okay if you want your children don't have to suffer like you. It's also okay if you want them to grow up in a sane environment, right? All your reasons are 100% valid, right? Because even everything that I just mentioned now, all of them are basic necessities of life. And this is what we have now turned into prayer points in Nigeria. Now, even when I took a vacation, so I went on a vacation in Rwanda. Rwanda is one of these African countries. I don't want to call them small, but I feel like compared to the way how far Nigeria has gone, like, I mean, they are like a smaller African country, right? But they still had all these basic things figured out. All these basicness, they had it. So let no one discourage you about relocating if that's what you really want, because we all have one life to live. It's only one life we have, and we must live it to the fullest and also do what we want to do. Now, this is Pastor Adeyemi. I believe most of us already know him, right? He's a pastor of Daystar, right? And he relocated to US at a point. He went to the US, right? And still, he's the one that preaches that Nigeria will get better, but we have to make Nigeria work and all that. But he still left his big churches in Nigeria and moved to the US. And no, I'm not, don't even get me wrong, I'm not one of the people that will complain about how he relocated, because personally, I see no issue with that. We all have one life, like I said, and if that is what he wants to do, it is his decision, his sole decision. But my point is very simple. He did not let the fact that he was a pastor who owns big churches in the country stop him from fulfilling his dreams. He's still jackpot, right? So you should not let anybody discourage you if that's your dream as well. And if it's not your dream to relocate to Canada, do not let anybody tell you what to do, right? But I know 100% is your dream of relocating, and that's exactly why you are here right now. So, who am I and how do I even qualify to talk to you about relocating to Canada? My name is Anthony Chika, like most of you already know. I'm the founder of Chika's Consults, which is an online based travel consulting brand where I advise and guide people on the best ways to relocate using the most affordable options available. I graduated from the Universal School of Aviation in Abuja, where I studied travel agency management, and I came out as one of the best students, which made me a certified travel expert. After my studies, I moved to Lagos, where I became an intern for one of the biggest travel agencies in Nigeria, and I eventually got a full time job there. Now, with my experience working with a travel company, I was able to help a lot of people relocate to Canada successfully. Now, working in a travel company really exposed me to a lot of practical stuff, which I'm thankful for. But I eventually had to leave the travel agency I worked with because I saw an opportunity to help people who can't afford the fees being charged by travel agencies. I saw a lot of serious people, right, give up on the entire process of relocating to Canada because of the fees that travel agencies charge. And this prompted me to start teaching and educating this kind of people on how to do the entire relocation process themselves without having to pay over 500K to a travel agent for something they can actually do themselves with the proper guidance. So, towards the end of last year was when I started teaching this process of how to relocate by yourself to Canada, right? And I can tell you for a fact that I have personally worked with over 10 persons that are guaranteed to land in Canada in the coming months. Don't have to pay millions to agents, right? They don't have to spend so much money. I showed them the most affordable ways possible to relocate. Before now, I've also helped countless of persons relocate to Canada, but I did this under the travel agency that I worked with, so I can't really share anything relating to that, whether the testimony. And I enjoyed my time there, which is the main reason why we should respect their policies. So moving on, these are three of the most common ways to relocate to Canada, right? We have the study routes, we have the express entry, and we have the family class sponsorship program. So these are the three ways that a lot of people know, and that's what a lot of people use, right? So these programs are also good, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they are bad, but these three routes have defects, big defects, and most times people, especially Nigerians, they either can't afford it or they find it difficult to meet the requirements of the three of them. So, firstly, let's look at some reasons why people find it hard to relocate through the study routes. The first reason is that relocating through the study route, it requires you to have anywhere from 8,000 to $20,000, right? Canadian dollars, and this is per year for school fees or tuition fees, as it's called. And if you are using the current exchange rate of Canadian dollar to naira, is around 5 graduate program, right? A BSc program of 3 or 4 years. You will pay this amount every single year till you complete your program, which is outrageous. Now, the second reason is you need to score a high band IELTS band score. And if you are in a country that is like Nigeria, that has corrupt examiners, these people that make things hard for you to just so that you can keep coming all the time and rewriting and paying all the time that you come, then you're on a roller coaster. It's just like this man that wrote IELTS 32 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 32 times. And as at the time he wrote it, the exam cost about 75,000 naira each. So imagine doing, let's just do the math. If you do the math, 75,000 naira times 32, that's like he spent around 2.4 million naira on IELTS alone just because he wanted to jackpot 2.4 up on reload. Now, the third reason why people find it hard to relocate through the study route is that you will need high proof of funds. The least you need if you are relocating to the study route as a family of one is 13,000 Canadian dollars, which is almost 10 million naira. And this proof of fund amount can rise to $30,000, right? Which is about 20 million or thereabouts. And it depends on the size of your family. If you're a family of one, there's a particular. The last reason is that you see this proof of fund, you actually need it. It's not just to show. You actually need it for yourself to pay bills, to pay for accommodation, to cater for your living costs, and some other expenses that you might encounter as an immigrant when you get to Canada. So it's not something that you can actually do without, if we're being honest. And it's not as if you are going to be working full time. Your main aim is to study, right? So with this, the total cost required for you to relocate to Canada through the study route is anywhere from 25,000 to $50,000, which is like 17 to 35 million naira. And like we said, this amount involved, which a lot of people cannot afford, especially since we all know that Nigeria's minimum wage is 30,000 naira. And if you multiply 30,000 naira by 12 months, that per year for all the expenses that you need to the study route, we cannot rule out the fact a we should all be honest. Now, moving on, the second popular way that a lot of people know to relocate to Canada is the express entry. So I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with that, right? The express entry program. So relocating through the express entry is very difficult right now because as I speak with you, the express entry program was reopened last year since COVID happened, and there are still about 2 million people in the pool. For the 480 something, 484. So I'm not even saying that it's impossible to go to the express entry route. It's possible, but you must be willing to wait a long time. There are some people that they have applied for years now. The study route. These are some of the requirements that, sorry, the express entry route. These are some of the requirements that you should have, right, for the express entry. First, you need to be within the ages of 18 to 40. So for the express entry route, they use a point system to calculate who qualify, right? So if you have crossed the age of 29, your points will start with a full work experience in Canada, sorry, in your field within the last 3 years, right? So from 2020 till now, you must have at least 1 year work experience. And your work experience must be in the top three skill levels in Canada. So let me know if you can hear me clearly so that we can continue. I think some people are complaining about the sound. So let me know if you can hear me clearly, if my sound is clear. Is the sound now? All right. So I guess the sound is better now. So we're going to be starting again. All right. So like I said, the second popular way to relocate to Canada is through the Express Entry program, right? So and like I said, it takes a while, even if you So, like I said, it takes a while to go through the express entry program. So, like, it's not impossible to go through the program, but you must be willing to wait a long while. And apart from waiting a long while, these are the requirements that you must meet. Like I said earlier, the e- express entry program, it uses a point system to calculate who qualifies for the program, right? So, if you are within the ages of 18 to 40, you can apply. But once you have crossed age 29, which means once you are from 30 above, your points will start reducing. So you must another requirement you must have is 1 year full-time work experience in your field within the last 3 years, which means from 2020 till now, you must have at least worked for 1 full year and full-time as well. And apart from that, your work experience must be in the top three skill levels in Canada, the highest skill levels in Canada. Another requirement for the express entry is you must score above band 7 in your IELTS, which means IELTS is required. And not only is IELTS required, you need a high score for the express entry. Another requirement is proof of fund, just like the study route. The same high proof of fund required for the study route is also required for the express entry. Lastly, you must be a university graduate. You must have at least your BSc or HND or thereabouts from your HND, BSc, and all that. You must also have higher academic qualifications if age is not on your side. So you must have your master's, PhD if you're advanced in age, but still the age bracket is 18 to 40. So with everything happening with the express entry program and the requirements, if you meet up, you still have to wait a long time to get invited to apply. And we all know that you want to jackpot as soon as possible. Now, the third popular way to relocate to Canada, we have seen the first two ways, which is the study route and the express entry. So the third one is the family class sponsorship program. It's one of the popular ways to relocate to Canada. I personally love this route a lot because it's very straightforward. But for this route to work for you, you must have your child or your parents living in Canada as a permanent resident or as a citizen. Now, they sponsor you to apply to relocate to Canada to join them. But like I said, this route is very straightforward. But of course, you must have your child or your parent already living in Canada. And I'm not talking about your cousin, your family friend, your best friend, your relation, your sibling, your brother, your sister. None of that. Either your child or your parents, which is your father or your mother or your child. But I know this is not the case for 90% of you watching this video right now. So for most people, these three routes that we have talked about now are ruled out. Why? Because they probably don't qualify one way or the other. Be it because of the high financial needs of the study route, the competition and the current restrictions of the express entry program. And lastly, they don't have a relation who is a citizen in Canada that will help them relocate through the family sponsorship program. But what if there was a way to solve all the issues you currently face with these three popular routes I just mentioned now? Well, that's what the 5 unique pathways we are going to be talking about in this webinar will be helping you do without hassles. No need to bother about paying tuition fee at all, right? This alone is saving you millions of naira already. No need to battle with over 2 million pending applications using the express entry pool. And lastly, you don't have to bother about having a family member in Canada because if you not get, you not get. There are no two ways around it. Now, is this not awesome? Because I personally think this is very awesome. And I'm not even saying that these 5 routes I will be sharing in this webinar are perfect. Because, of course, I'm not the IRCC. The IRCC is the official immigration body in Canada. When you apply to visa, you're applying to the IRCC, right? But I can tell you for a fact that these 5 routes are more accommodating when you compare them to other routes and the requirements needed to qualify. These 5 substitute pathways are what informed Nigerians are now using to sneak into Canada legally while also getting a high paying job, no matter your skill or the kind of job you currently do in Nigeria. Even if you are a cleaner, a farmer, a doctor, a teacher, a writer, whatever you do, and the rest, this route will work for you as long as the job you do in Nigeria is done in Canada, then it will work for you. So you see, when I started teaching about relocating to Canada by yourself, my focus was on showing people how to relocate through this study route because, like I said, it's very straightforward, and it was a success because a lot of people who I thought gained towards the end of last year have gotten admissions, even scholarships, and they'll be moving to Canada this year as well. Now, these are just some of a few results that I thought to share with you tonight. And these people, like I said, will be leaving for Canada in the coming months. The first person here is Tonio Clinton. He said this person got an admission with a £5,000 scholarship. He said, the boss lady, thank you for always telling us to do it ourselves. I made it plus a vice chancellor scholarship. To God be the glory. That's one person. He got 5,000 worth of scholarship. This is another person, Olakunle. He said, this is to notify you that I have gotten my admission into Rowan University, MBA Business Analytics as my concentration. And I also got admission into the University of South Wales, UK. God really used you. I combined my HND with my ND and God has done it. He got an admission into 2 universities, right? That's very awesome if you ask me. This is another person, Brima. He said, thanks for your directives. I have gotten an admission in Cape Breton University in Canada. This is another person again. She said, this is Chineye. She said, hello, good day. I got an admission. Thanks a lot for your help. I also got a 2,000 Canadian dollar scholarship, right? But even with all these results, like this is just part of the ones I just thought to share, right? Even with all these results, I still got constant pressure from my followers. All of them were insisting that they can't afford the study route because, like we saw earlier, it's expensive, and all they wanted was to work in Canada. So this person even said, I don't want to study, I just want to go there and work. Please, what's the way forward? Another person said, I want to travel and work, not school, because I can't afford paying school fees yet. Another person said, I just want to work and not study. So all of them were just talking about work, and all that. So I went into deep research and I also consulted some experts in the field, in addition with my own experience of helping people relocate to Canada. And finally, I was able to come up with the best substitute pathways that will help you relocate to Canada, even if you have just WAEC, NECO, even if you don't have work experience. And of course, without an age limit, as long as you are 18 and above and you can work. Now, these pathways are, firstly, we have the Rural Northern Immigration Pilot Program. Now, this is also called the RONIP. So the RONIP is a community-driven program. So this program, what this means is that this program was designed for specific areas in Canada, right? There are about 9 communities, and these are the communities that are looking for like more skilled workers to help them grow their economy, right? And that is where you, as a foreign worker, comes in. So you must choose out of any of these 9 communities that I just said to relocate to. The requirements are very simple. The IRCC, like I said, which is the immigration body in Canada, and these communities have their different requirements, so you have to check that out. Then next thing is to get a job in any of the communities you have chosen. After you get a job in that community, apply to the community and say, oh, recommend me to apply for permanent residency. And when a community recommends you, you proceed to apply for PRO immediately. So with this route, as you can see, you can immediately become a permanent resident if accepted. The next one is the Atlantic Immigration Program. This is also called the AIP for short. So this one was launched around March last year. So it's actually still very hot. It's also a pathway to permanent residency for skilled foreign workers and also for international graduates from a Canadian institution who want to work and live in one of Canada's 4 Atlantic provinces. So if you notice, the first one we said it was for specific areas in Canada, but for this one is for the Atlantic region in Canada. Under the Atlantic region in Canada, there are 4 provinces. There is New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and also Newfoundland and Labrador. Now, this program helps employers to hire qualified candidates for jobs that they have not been able to fill within Canada. This is also very similar to the RNIP we mentioned earlier, and it also has a similar application process. The remaining 3 we have is the LMIA work visa route. We have the temporary foreign worker program. This one you can apply for jobs anywhere in Canada. We also have the caregiver program. So if you are in the health care sector, you are a caregiver, a nurse, and all of that. This is also a good one for you, right? So I don't really want to go into much detail so we can save time. So, and just so you know, I did not create these routes myself. They were created by the IRCC. And most people tend to ignore them and go for the more popular ones, right? Instead, because probably that's what they know about, and they don't really have more information about or proper information about these routes I mentioned now. And this is the best way to relocate yourself as a single person, or even if you are married and have a family, especially if your goal is to work in Canada full time, not to study and spend millions of naira. And the best part is that you can still decide that if you want to study, you can still decide to study later when you get to Canada. And if you want, right? And if you're a permanent resident in Canada, you will pay far less tuition than international students. So you can see it's a win-win all round. So for this route, these five routes I mentioned now, the RNIP, AIP, LMI work visa, and the rest, these are some of the requirements you need for these routes. So make sure you take note of them. Firstly, it has no age restriction as long as you are over 18, right? But the thing is that the fact that it doesn't have age restriction, it doesn't, like, I feel like if you're above 50, right? If you are from 50 and above, I personally don't recommend, because, and if you fall under this age bracket, it's just better that if your spouse or your husband or your wife is younger, they can apply, right? Or your child, right? So this is just a better option for you. And also, if you don't have a university degree, as long as you have your SSC, you still qualify. You also don't need to score high in IELTS. Yes, you need IELTS, but you don't need a high score. Even if you score band 5 or band 6 as your overall score, you still qualify. You also just need 1 year work experience, and some jobs requires no work experience at all. You can work as a journalist, a writer, a cleaner, a caregiver, a farmer, a truck driver, a doctor, banker, whatever you do, right? It's also extremely affordable to relocate to the work route compared to other routes. And this is the cheapest way to relocate. And sometimes you can even get a job that will decide to sponsor your relocation. You get to work full time. If you want to work overtime, you can still work overtime and you'll be paid for it. Your spouse can work full time as well. So you can see that you will never struggle to take care of yourself. Your entire family, if you have a family, you are married, they can relocate with you. If you are single, you can go alone. Your spouse will even get an open work permit to work anywhere in Canada. So you can see that, like I said earlier, that these pathways are more accommodating to people that have, both people that have experience, people that don't have experience, no age limit, and even people that have low educational qualifications. Of course, if you have high ones, it's still good. And you get to apply for your permanent residency either immediately, depending on the program you go for, or you can apply 1 year later, because by now you have 1 year full-time work experience in Canada, which qualifies you to apply for permanent residency. Now, let me make you understand something. In as much as you want to relocate to Canada, the Canadian government wants you as well. So basically, both parties want each other. Now, let me prove this to you so it does not seem like I'm making empty claims. These are articles from top blogs in both Canada and Nigeria saying over 1 million job vacancies. So you can see I did not make this up. This was even published towards May last year. Now, this is the updates from 2023, which is this year. This is from the official Canada immigration website, which is the IRCC. It says Canada welcomes historic number of newcomers in 2022 alone, right? In last year, the total number of new permanent residents in last year, 2022, in Canada was over 400,000, and that's the highest number ever recorded. Now, this is a message from the Minister of Immigration in Canada. He said, today marks an important milestone for Canada, setting a new record for newcomers welcomed in a single year. I am excited to see what the future holds, and we look forward to another historic year in 2023 as we continue to welcome more newcomers. Now, let's look at one of the top Canadian blogs, how they broke things down and explained it better. It says here that Canada's admission targets are set in the annual immigration levels plan, right? The highest admission target ever. Canada's labor force is actually dependent 100% on immigration, and there are nearly 1 million job vacancies in Canada and a shortage of skilled labor due to the aging workforce. Immigrants are vital to Canada's economy, as it is expected that 9 million Canadians will reach retirement age of 65 by 2030. Basically, what this means is that they need more immigrants to boost their economy. So as you can see, having almost 1 million job vacancies in 2023, and the Canadian government also said they are ready to welcome even more people. So the question now is, are you going to be one of them? If they're ready to welcome more people, are you going to be one of the people who relocates to Canada this year? If you want to be among them, type 2 in the comment section if you know you are going to be among these people that relocates to Canada this year. Wonderful. Wonderful. So last year, I helped a lot of people relocate to Canada while I was still working with the travel agency I worked with. And towards the end of last year, when I stopped working for them, I also helped more people by guiding them through the process of relocating to Canada. And as I speak with you, there are over 10 persons that are scheduled to be in Canada this year. There are even more people who are still in the process that will land in Canada later this year. And I still want to help a lot more people. But the question is, do you want to be among the people I will personally guide to Canada? If you are going to be among these people, type 3 in the comment section if you are going to be among the people I will personally guide to the land in Canada this year. Awesome, because I'm still looking forward to helping more people this year. Now, in as much as the Canadian government wants people to come over, we have to understand that they are not desperate in any way. So they will not just let anyone walk in. You still need to follow the right procedures to qualify for immigration. So now I'm going to, like I said earlier, I'm going to share with you how you can find and apply for jobs in Canada. So make sure you pay attention, make sure you pay close attention, because I know a lot of people have been asking, how can I apply? How can I apply? This is how you can apply for jobs in Canada. We're going to use a website as an example. One website called Job Bank. So let me quickly show you. So the website is called jobbank.gc.ca. So make sure you write that down. So basically applying for job here is very simple, right? This, like, as you can see, there are 30,000 results presently here. There are different examples. You can see advertising consultant, retail store supervisor, liquor store supervisor, purchasing officer, front desk clerk, farm supervisor, bookkeeper, cook, shop clerk, administrative assistant, different type of jobs. So what you have to do is type the one you want here. So let's say you want farm worker. Let's just use farm worker. I cannot think of anything. Let's just use farm worker. Then you click on the search bar here. So if you just type whatever the type of job, I'm not saying you must use farm worker. This is just an example. Whatever you want to type in there, whether it's writer, driver, whatever you want to type there, you just type it. So it's going to load and show more results on vacancies for farm worker. So it's going to load up now. I guess the network is not very strong, so it's taking a while to load up. But basically, it's just going to load up and show you the results that under the vacancy for farm worker. So let's just do that again, because network seems to be taking a while. So let's try again. Jobbank.gc.ca. Yeah, so it's loading now. It's going to open shortly. I guess the network is not very strong. So, like I said, it's just basically going to load. This is taking so much time. It's going to just load up. So once it loads, it's very simple. You just see different vacancies. Farm worker, farm worker. You keep seeing farm worker, farm worker, farm worker. Okay, this one has opened. So let's just use okay, let's see if it's going to open here for farm worker. So once you see the vacancies pop up, you can just click on anyone. Once you click on it, it will take you to another page. In that page, you will see all the details about the job, including how you can send your CV to their email. They will provide an email address for you. So you just send your resume and your application to them via email, right? So that's basically how you can apply on this website. So let's just try again what it's going to show. If it does not show, we'll just move on. But basically, I've already explained the process to you so you can understand it better. It's just taking too long to load and time is going. Okay, so that's basically how you can apply. Just type in the name of the job that you're looking for. Once it comes out, okay, this one has opened. So as you can see, farm worker supervisor, farm worker, farm supervisor, farm supervisor. So let me just click on one quickly so that it will. Let's see if it opens. So it's still, this one is loading now. Okay, I guess it's going to open. All right, so this is the page I was telling you about details on the job. So here it says Just need your high school certificate. This is your responsibilities. Also, it says that if whether you have a work permit or you don't have a work permit, you can apply. So this is how to apply. Click on show how to apply. So like I said, it's by email. So you send your resume, your CV to this email, and your application letter to this email, and that's basically it's very straightforward and very simple, right? So let's get back to the training very quickly. So don't forget to write down the website. Like I said, it's jobbank. Or you can screenshot this screen right now so you can have it. Just screenshot it, right? So we can get back into it. All right. So this is a very short story of Mrs. Jegs. She used the LMIA route. I shared this route earlier as one of the unique pathways to relocate to Canada. I'm not going to be sharing her pictures. I'm not going to be sharing her pictures or calling her full name so we can keep her anonymous. So Mrs. Jegs, like some Nigerians, she did not have any plan of relocating out of Nigeria for any reason. All she wanted was to travel around the world, but still base fully in Nigeria. But all that had to change because of how invaluable our Nigerian passport has become. And of course, the obvious electricity issues, the bad healthcare system, bad roads, insecurity, and you can just keep going on when it comes to terrible things happening in Nigeria. When the almighty NSAS, which ended some people's lives, came, this just further fueled her desire to move out of Nigeria because she didn't want to raise her unborn kids in a country that has zero value for human lives. She considered the study route, but as a software developer that she already was, she did not really want to go to school again. She already had a BSc. She just wanted to go and work. And we all know how expensive the study route is. So she completely ruled out that option. So she decided that she's going to use one of the routes I shared earlier, which I go more in depth in my coaching program, more on this later. She persistently applied for jobs and finally she got her dream job offer a day before her court wedding in November 2020. She was very excited. I mean, who will not be excited? And she started the process to relocate to Canada finally. There were some delays along the way because that time there were some restrictions because of the COVID and all that. But a few months later, after getting the job, Mrs. Jex landed in Canada with her husband. That was towards the middle of 2021. Both of them now work full time as I speak to you. And I just confirmed last month that she has become a permanent resident in Canada, which is really awesome, right? And that's a very interesting story. And you can also be like Mrs. Jex and her husband. That's only if you are willing to make a decision to relocate to Canada today without giving up. And yes, I said that because, like you saw, there was some delays she experienced. She did not go and fold her hand and say, no, because of that delay, I'm not doing it again. As long as you are serious about relocating, you will eventually get there. That's just the fact. Also, meet Mr. Ken, who got my program towards the end of last year. Mr. Ken got one of my coaching program, and he said, "Hi, Chika. Good afternoon. I have just gotten an offer, and I've done my medicals. I was just sent an invite for biometrics, right?" I was like, "Hold up, you got a job offer?" He said, "Yes." I was like, "Congratulations." He had done, as we speak, he has done his medicals. He has paid for biometrics. He has even started. He has done his. He has gone for. He has gotten an appointment for biometrics and all that. And one thing I liked about Mr. Ken was that he got my program and he buried himself in learning what I taught. He started applying for jobs until he got a positive response. He did not stop because, oh, I've been applying and been applying. He made sure he stopped when he got a response and continued the rest of the process. The last time we spoke, he was in the final stages. And once his visa is approved, Canada, here it comes. As you can see, one thing I can assure you for a fact is that these people don't have two heads too. It's only one they have like you. All they had was the proper information that showed them what to do. And they started applying for jobs. They did not give up for any reason. And now Mrs. Jex and her husband are in Canada, where both of them work full time. Mr. Ken as well will be in Canada in the coming months. This is also Favor, who applied for a position of a caregiver. She got a feedback from the employer. This is Joseph also. Same thing. He got a feedback from the employer as well. And thanks to my practical experience of previously helping clients relocate to Canada and also teaching people how to relocate to Canada in the past few months, I am now willing to help even more people move to Canada where you can comfortably raise your children and start a family without the hassles of the popular immigration programs. And this gives me great joy to introduce to you the Ultimate Ninja to Canada Relocation System 2.0. This step-by-step detailed guide is going to show you how to apply for a jobs in more detailed terms, how to secure a job, how to relocate to Canada in the next 6 to 12 months with the goal of becoming a permanent resident and eventually become a Canadian citizen. This guide will walk you carefully on how you can get things done the right way. Because if you get it wrong, you might get a travel ban. And people that have gotten a travel ban in the past, they know what I'm talking about. And this will affect your application to other countries. The best part is that you're not just getting a guide. You will get access to me personally and my team, where we will guide you one on one in case you encounter any issues. So whenever you get stuck, we will be there to answer you and tell you exactly what to do. Now, this is what you get in the Ultimate Nigeria to Canada Relocation System 2.0. First module is on the LMIA work visa route. So the first video you are going to see in this program is explaining everything about these 5 pathways I mentioned to you. And this video is very important because I talk about all 5 programs and their requirements. I did it at the start of the program so that once you watch this video, you will know the that you will decide to focus on, because you cannot apply to all of them. You have to pick the one you are best qualified for. And this is worth 50,000 naira only. The next thing you will get is 5 best websites. Apart from the first one I shared with you earlier, I'm going to be sharing more websites to see legitimate job offers that you can apply for and how you can apply step by step. This is worth 50,000 naira. Also, I'm going to teach you how you can know the NOC category you fall under, how you can know your specific NOC code. In fact, I'm going to show you what NOC means. I know you're already asking what is NOC. I will show you what it means, and this is worth 10,000 naira only. I will also teach you how to write a Canadian CV. So applying for jobs in Canada is different from Nigeria. So you cannot use your CV in Nigeria here to apply in Canada. That's why I will teach you how to write a Canadian CV that bypasses the ATS. And this is where 98% of people get it wrong. Why? Because most job applications that you have, some people are complaining, have been applying, have not gotten response. It's because they did not see your application. If your application is seen, you either get a yes or a no. So if you don't get a yes and you don't get a no, it means your application was not seen. And this is because they use a tool to filter applications that don't meet the standard. This is what I'm going to be teaching you, how you can bypass that. And this is what 20,000 naira. The next thing I will teach you is how you can prepare for job interviews to increase your chances of getting your dream job. This is what 25,000 naira. I will also teach you how you can get important steps that you must take immediately you get a job offer. So once you get a job, the question is what's next? That's what I'm going to be sharing with you here. And this is what 20,000 naira. I will also give you 5 reasons. I will explain to you these 5 reasons why 90% of people that apply for jobs, they never get a response, like I mentioned earlier, and they don't even get a no, right? Because they keep doing one of these 5 things, and this is what 50,000 naira. I will also teach you a step. I will share with you a step-by-step detailed video tutorial that will teach you how to apply for a work permit from start to finish. What everything you do every step of the way, and you cannot make any mistake here, because if you do, you will get a guaranteed rejection, and it will screw up any chances you have on relocating to Canada. And this is what 50,000 naira. I will also teach you. This is another smart way that a lot of people are using now, right? How you can convert from a visit visa to a work visa. So if you have a visit visa, you can decide to visit Canada and apply for jobs from inside Canada. And that way, once you get a job, you can easily switch to a work visa. This is another smart way that a lot of people are using right now, and I'm going to share it with you. And this particular part is worth 50,000 naira. The total worth of module 1 is 325,000 naira. The next module is on the Federal Skilled Worker Program. So a lot of people don't know about this program, but it's under the Express Entry as well. This is for people that are still interested in the Express Entry. I will give you a full detailed breakdown of all the information on the Federal Skilled Worker Program and everything that you need to know about it. I will give you a cost breakdown of the Express Entry program, how you can check your eligibility and all the requirements involved, so you can even know how much will it cost me gone for this program. I'll also share with you how to calculate your CRS score to see if this is a good one for you. I will also teach you how you can create and submit an Express Entry profile successfully. I will also share with you how to apply and secure a job while you are in Nigeria that will enable you relocate to Canada. You will also get a step-by-step video showing you how to apply for your permanent residency in Canada. This module is worth 150,000 naira. The next module is module 3, which is on the Temporary Foreign Worker Program. This particular program, I'm going to give you everything, all the details about it. I'm going to give you the full cost breakdown. How much will it cost you if you are using this program? I will teach you how you can check if you are qualified for the program even before you apply. And I will also share with you all the requirements involved. You will learn how to apply and secure a job while you are still in Nigeria that will let you successfully relocate to Canada. Also, important information you must know about this program in order to avoid rejection. I will give you a step-by-step video, like I said, how to apply for a work permit. And this module is worth 100,000 naira. The next module is the Rural Northern Immigration Pilot. So this is one of the routes that we talked about earlier. This is the RONIP. So I'm going to give you more information about the RONIP, more details, even current information like that, current updates on this program and how you can relocate with this program. I'll also give you the cost breakdown of how much, if you want to use the RONIP, how much will it cost you? I'll give you that. How to check your eligibility and what is the requirements for the program. I will also show you how to apply and how to get a job in any of the communities that you choose for this program. Also, a step-by-step video showing you how you can apply for permanent residency through this program. So if you notice, there are different ways to apply. You cannot be applying for the Rural Northern Immigration Pilot and you are applying for permanent residency the same way you apply for others. You have to follow the same paths. Now, this module is worth 100,000 naira. The next one is module 5, which is the Atlantic Immigration Program. I talked about this one before, but in this particular program, I will be sharing more updates, current happenings under this program, how you can get the cost breakdown, how to know how much it will require you, the requirements for the program, the eligibility, how to know if you are qualified for the program, how you can also get a job in the Atlantic region of Canada, and step-by-step video showing you how to apply for permanent residency under this program. This module is worth 100,000 naira. Now, last but not the least, this is the caregiver program. This is the one that a lot of people are very interested in, and I'm going to add it to this program. I'm going to share more details, more information about this program, the requirements, the costs, the eligibility process, how you can get a job as a caregiver. I'm going to give you a special website that are for caregivers alone, how you can get caregiver jobs that will sponsor your trip and your accommodation. Step-by-step video showing you how to apply for your work permit after getting your job offer. This module is worth 100,000 naira. As you can see, this is a detailed guide. You can see for yourself. And no, it's not some boring, long ebook that they just write. These are step-by-step video tutorials. You'll be seeing in life what you will do, and even a 15-year-old or 50-year-old man will understand. Now, this is everything you are getting today. We have 6 modules in this program. The first one is the LMIA work visa route, which is worth 325,000. We have module 2, the Federal Skilled Worker Program under the Express Entry, which is worth 150,000 naira. We have module 3, the Temporary Foreign Worker Program, which is worth 100,000 naira. We have module 4, the Rural Northern Immigration Pilot Program, worth 100,000 naira. Module 5, we have Atlantic Immigration Program, worth 100,000 naira. And module 6, we have the Caregiver Program, worth 100,000 naira. Now, the total worth of the Ultimate Nigeria to Canada Relocation System is 850,000 naira. Now, this is the same thing, the same information you are getting in this guide is the same thing that travel companies will charge you anywhere from 1 million to 2.5 million for. And I know this, I know it firsthand. Why? Because I have worked with a travel company before. Now, this is what Mr. Femi said to me. So it's not like I'm just calling big money here. He said, Chika, this package is sold far below its worth. The same job info, the same that a Canadian immigration lawyer said I should bring 3,100 Canadian dollars for is totally demystified in this package. God bless you, real good Chika. So you can see that I'm not the one calling big money. So like I said, the total worth of the Ultimate Nigeria to Canada Relocation System is 850,000 naira. But you are not going to be paying up to that, right? Because my plan is not to be as expensive as travel agents, right? Because I know that you want to save cost as much as possible. And that is exactly my plan for you. The official amount this guide will be priced at is 200,000 naira, which is less than 25% of the initial value of 850k. But for tonight, as we are here, you can save 75% off this program and get the Ultimate Nigeria to Canada Relocation System for just 50,000 naira. And this is for 1 week only. From now till 1 week time, it's available for 50,000 naira only. Now, if you get this program as 50K, it's a steal compared to what you will get inside. Because me, I know what I put inside. Imagine you paid 50K, right? Just imagine you paid 50K for an information that helps you get a full-time job in Canada. Don't you think it will be worth it? Because I know it's worth it. Like, you pay 50K for an information that gets you a job in Canada. It's worth it. Even if you don't even have lots of money, I'm still going to show you how you can fund your entire trip. Apart from that, I will show you how to get visa sponsorship jobs so that your employer can take care of your relocation costs. Yet, I still want to do something very crazy. Some people might think I'm very crazy, but for 10 people in this training right now, if you decide to get this training between now and on Monday night, from now to Monday night, you say you want to get this training, I will remove 15,000 naira for you, which means from now till Monday night, you can get everything in the Ultimate Nigeria to Canada relocation system for 35,000 naira only. Yes, you heard it, just 35,000 naira. And once the first 10 persons get in from now till Monday night, the price will go back to 50K, which will stay for 1 week. After 1 week, it will move to 100K. So it will keep increasing, right? That's just how it will be. Now, if 10 people get in this night, then the 35K will move to 50K immediately. And the way I'm seeing it, the 10 spots will get filled this night. So the 35,000 naira discount might not last till Monday night. So the earlier, the better. This is the first way to pay. If you want to make payments for this program, you can pay with either Paystack or Stripe. So the link to make payments will be in the comment section. You can use the link to make payment. The first option, which is Paystack, is if you are in Nigeria. But if you are not in Nigeria, you can use Stripe. So once you click the link, it will take you to the page where you can make payments with either Paystack or Stripe. Like I said, if you're in Nigeria, pay with Paystack. If you're outside Nigeria, pay with Stripe. After payments, the next thing you will do is you send a message to the admin of the WhatsApp group you are in, and that's how you get access to the program. Send your payments confirmation to the admin of the WhatsApp group. If you are not in any WhatsApp group, send to the email address in the comment section. The next payment option is through bank transfer. There's an account details in the comment section. If you want to make payment through transfer, that will be easier for you. Just pay to the account details in the comment section. After that, send payment confirmation to the admin of the WhatsApp group that you are in. Right. So if you join this webinar through anywhere else, you can also send to the email address in the comment section. So if you're not in Nigeria, or you're not watching from Nigeria, then you will see an option on the link to pay with Stripe. So just use the option to pay with Stripe. So if you make payments with Paystack, make sure you stay on the page so you can get instant access. The page will take you there immediately. So when I was just preparing for this slide, the slide that we are using for this webinar, I got good news from my student that he just got a job offer, which is really amazing because he did not pay millions to any agent. Nobody stole his money. Nobody scammed him before he got a job. And that's because he got my program, this same program that I'm talking about here. He said, "Good evening, Miss Chika. I just want to inform you that I finally gotten a job from that company that we talked about. And I'm super happy their LMIA is ready." So he's going through the LMIA route and he already has a job offer. This process is just going to be very seamless for him right now. And that's all because of the Ultimate Nigeria to Canada relocation system. So you can also be like Chuka if you get it, right? This is also Mr. Innocent, who scaled through the entire process. And now he was successfully able to get his visa approved, which he immediately sent to me, right? In less than 2 weeks, he will be on his way to Canada. As you can see, he said it to me himself. "I'm glad I got my visa." Right, so this will be you only if you get my program, right? And with my program you can have peace of mind, and with my help you can have peace of mind because nobody will scam you. Trust me, there are a lot of recruiters out there who are scammers. So I'm only going to share with you in the program how you can get legit jobs. You can see that 35K is a change, because if you get scammed doing it on your own, it might cost you hundreds or even millions of naira. So don't go and lose millions because you decided not to get my program. And one thing about scammers, everybody knows this, that scammers, they don't like using their real identity. But someone like me, I'm not legit to put my face. I'm not scared to put my face out there because what I do is legit, and I have a registered business as well. Even in the advert you saw, my face was there. In this webinar, my face was there, right? So I don't hide my identity. Only fraudulent people will do that. And the good news is that the Ultimate Nigeria to Canada relocation system is not all you are getting today. I have more for you. I'm also going to give you some special bonuses that will help you relocate and settle successfully in Canada. Now, the first bonus that I'm going to be giving you is how to get visa sponsorship jobs. This is very important. I'm going to teach you how to search for jobs that will sponsor your entire relocation plan. These jobs are willing to pay for your visa application fees and your flight tickets. I will show you where you will find these jobs and how to apply for them. This is the perfect option for you if you can't afford the cost of relocation. And some are even willing to give you free accommodation. Now, this bonus is easily worth 100K, but you are getting it for free. The next bonus is how to access settlement plans available to newcomers. So these settlement plans are created by the Canadian government for newcomers, immigrants, and the rest. So I will show you what you need to do in order to access settlement plans that will help you settle properly in Canada once you arrive. This bonus alone is easily worth 100K. The next bonus is bonus 3, 5 recommended side businesses that can fetch you from 200 to 500K per month in the shortest time possible. I personally added this year because I really want to help you relocate to Canada and I don't want money to be an issue for you. So with this, you can make an extra 200 to 500K per month, which will be more than enough to scale through the entire relocation process. This bonus alone is easily worth 50K. The next is bonus 4, 5 do's and don'ts when applying for your visa to increase your chances greatly. This was gotten after helping a lot of clients successfully scale through this process in the past. This bonus is worth 50,000 naira. Bonus Bonus 5 is access to my personal contact line for one-on-one help. So you will have access to my personal contact on both Telegram and WhatsApp so that I can help you along the way when you need help, right? Because if you get stuck, you can simply ask me a question or ask me to put you through and I will do it, right? You will have access to me till you land in Canada. And this bonus alone is priceless. It's even worth more than 100K, right? The next bonus 6, is important things to take with you to Canada. So there are some key things you must have while relocating in order not to encounter issues. I will show you exactly what you must bring with you, what you shouldn't bring, how much you should carry along with you. See, if you carry more than the required amount or less than the required amount, you will be sent back to your countries. That's what you just should know. This bonus is worth 20,000 naira. The next is bonus 7, which is how to create an outstanding LinkedIn profile. So some people don't know what LinkedIn is, so I'm going to tell you. LinkedIn is like a social media platform. You know, we have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We also have LinkedIn, but this is for professionals. So when you're applying for jobs, some employers or some recruiters can decide to check you out on social media like LinkedIn to see more about you, more information about you. And you personally can use LinkedIn to make connections as well. And this bonus is worth 20,000 naira. The next is bonus 8, which is best provinces to settle in Canada. I get this question a lot. Chika, which is best province? Which one is not too cold? Which one is better for me? I'm going to be sharing with you because different provinces have their advantage and disadvantages. So I will show you what you should know about some provinces so that your decision can be easy for you to make. Now, this bonus is worth 40,000 naira. The next is sample cover letter and CV templates. If you remember, I said I will teach you how to create a Canadian CV, right? It's not enough to say do this, do that. I'm going to give you free samples, a lot that you can download for free to follow like the step and that you should to do your own. Right? You get all these templates that you can easily swipe and create your own. Because if you don't have a Canadian style CV, that alone is a red flag in your application. This bonus is worth 30,000 naira. The next is free lifetime updates. If you notice, the name of this program is the Ultimate Nigeria to Canada Relocation System 2.0. That is because I'm updating the program with new information. Relocating to Canada is not, the details are not static. They are not in one place that they never change. They always change. So that's why as they are changing, I'm updating it. So if tomorrow I update this program and I add more things and it becomes 3.0, you will not pay again. Everything will be free for you, right? You won't pay a dime in the future. This bonus alone is priceless. As you can see, I added more bonuses that will further ease your relocation path to Canada, including the main program. And the best part is all these 10 bonuses, you get them at no extra cost. Let's quickly summarize all you are getting today. You are getting the Ultimate Nigeria to Canada Relocation System 2.0, which is worth 850K. You are getting 10 bonuses in addition to that. Bonus 1 is getting jobs that will sponsor your entire trip, which is worth 100,000 naira. Bonus 2 is 5 side hustles that can fetch you 200 to 500K per month, which is worth 50,000 naira. Bonus 3 is access to settlement plans available for newcomers in Canada, which is worth 100,000 naira. Bonus 4 is do's and don'ts when applying for a visa, which is worth 50K. Bonus 5 is access to my personal contact, which is worth 100K. Bonus 6 is important things to take with you to Canada, which is worth 20,000 naira. Bonus 7 is how to create an outstanding LinkedIn profile, which is worth 20,000. Bonus 8 is best provinces to settle in Canada, worth 40,000. Bonus 9 is sample cover letter and CV templates, which is worth 30,000 naira. The last but not the least is free lifetime updates, which is priceless. If you sum everything together, it sums up to 1,355,000. But like I said, you can get everything, the main program and all 10 bonuses for just 35,000 naira instead of 50K if you decide to join between now and Monday night. And you still have 7 days to join at 50K if you miss the 35K discount before the price moves to 100K. So like I said, you have two payment options. First, you can pay with Paystack or Stripe. So the link to pay with Paystack is in the comment section. You click on the link, it will take you to where you can make your payments, right? And once you pay, you stay on the page, it will load and take you to the program instantly. As you are paying, you are getting access instantly. So if you have any issues with that, you can send a message to the admin of the WhatsApp group that you are in. The next payment option is bank transfer. There's an account details in the comment section that you can use if that's what you prefer. After payment, send your payment confirmation to the admin of the WhatsApp group you are in, which is me as well. And if you join this webinar from elsewhere, you can easily send your payment confirmation to the phone number in the comment section. So right now, I want you to just imagine, Imagine you get my coaching program today. You get the Ultimate Nigeria to Canada Relocation System 2.0 today. Then you follow exactly what I teach you to do in my program. And you apply to jobs consistently for the next 30 to 90 days from now. And you are finally able to secure a job in Canada. And I've also seen cases where people get their job offer in days, in weeks. Sometimes it takes longer. It just depends. It's not fixed, right? And after getting a job, you immediately apply for your work permit, which takes anywhere from 2 to 3 months. And finally, you see an email from the IRCC to check your application portal, and you see visa approved. At this point, you are celebrating. Within barely 2 weeks, you prepare and you finally land in Canada, either by yourself or with your family. And the best part is you won't have to worry about how to take care of yourself or how to take care of your family. Why? You already have a job waiting for you in Canada, which is very cool. And your spouse also gets an open work permit to work full-time as well. So as you're working, your spouse is working. So my question for you now is, do you think paying 35,000 naira is too much for an information that can make this possible? If you think it's too, if you let me just leave a comment below. Do you think paying 35K is too much for an information that can make this possible? Let me know in the comment section. Just let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think 35K is too much for an information that can do all of this for you? So if you feel it's worth it, then why have you not secured your slot already? Because it's very worth it, right? 35K is too small compared to the results you can get from the program. And for disclaimer, things may not go exactly as I said this right now. So can you see my slide? So can you see my slide clearly now? If you can see my slide, let me know. Let me know if you can see my slide in the comment section. So can you see my slide now? Some people are complaining about they are not seeing my slide. All right, so I guess it's better now. So like I said, for disclaimer, things might not go exactly how I said it, right? Things might not go as exactly as I said it. You might end up even getting a job faster than 30 days. You might get a job within a week. It might take you more than 30 days. You can get your visa. Some people get their visa in 10 days. Some people get their visa in 3 months, in 4 months. The IRCC cannot be predicted, right? I'm not the ones giving the job. I'm not the ones giving visa. So there's no guarantee that things will go exactly as I said. I said those things based on, the average time to get a job, average time to get a visa normally, right? And one thing you should know is I can only work with a limited number of people. So once the first 10 persons get in, the price goes to 50K, like I said. After 1 week, it moves to 100K. Then later, it will still go back to the official price of 200K. And if I feel like I can't handle more people coming in, I will pause the program. And I only work with a set of people that manage. I said, I don't want to just give you a set of videos and dump you just like that, like other course creators do. All right. I'll still be there to help you out when you need me. And that will take a lot of my time. That's why it has to be paused when a certain number of people get it, right? Because it's time consuming, right? And this is what Idong, one of my students, had to say about getting one of my program. I personally decided that I want to check on her progress of her application, and she said, "Wow, good morning, Chika. This is very much appreciated. Thank you so much. You are such a good leader, if I must say. You have actually reminded me of one of the reasons why I chose to work with you. God bless you. And you are showing me that it's not really about the money, even when what you are giving us is quite big compared to the amount we are paying. You are genuinely concerned about helping people. You have a good heart. God bless you." This is just because I decided to check on her progress, right? And this is what CG also had to say. He said, "Something just dropped in my mind and I wish to share it with you. I want to appreciate you for the painstaking effort and passion you put in getting the best information to give a better and more fulfilling life for everybody outside of this country. Although it's not that easy as we think, but money and resources to give us much more value for our money. Once again, thank you, and thank you very much. God bless you." This is another feedback. He said, "I must confess, I just started watching the videos. You did more than what I was expecting. I'm taking my time to digest each section of the video before I get back to you. You really did well." As you can see, I don't abandon people, right? It's not even fair to do that. If I see I can no longer handle more people and give attention to the people already in my program, I would rather close it so I can focus on the people I currently have. So in case you think 35K is too much, this is what Mr. Femi was charged: 3,100 Canadian dollars for something not even worth close to my program. And this is his own words. In fact, what you are getting is what more than what Mr. Femi got, because I'm currently updating the program. And this is why you should get it now at this current price. You can save yourself 165K that you can use for other things in your application process. Maybe pay for your visa fee, do your medicals, or anything like that. Or you can wait till it gets to 200K. It will still be worth it by then. It's just like this guy that saw a course that launched at 10K, but later paid 60K for it. Like, it's not even reasonable at all. And if you must know, it cost me a lot of money to advertise this opportunity in order to get this information into your hands, because you most likely got here through an advert you clicked, which was paid for. I also paid somebody to run those adverts you clicked on. Why? Because I'm not an ad expert, I'm a travel expert. There are other costs that I don't have to mention, so you can see for yourself. I have already invested in this upfront. And of course, let's not talk about the hours I spent creating the program, which is priceless, and the hours I'm still going to dedicate to you when you get the program. I'm currently updating the content with the latest information, so I'm still spending time on the program. And the best part is, if you join in today, any more future updates I'm going to add, you are getting it at no extra cost. And if you see 35K as too big, knowing fully well that if you go to a travel agent, they will charge you nothing less than 500K, then maybe moving to Canada is not for you. Why? Because the process requires far more than 35K. So right now, you have three choices. The first choice is you decide to get this guide now and start applying for jobs as soon as today, with the plan of moving to Canada either by yourself or with your family in a couple of months. Oh, and I'm still going to teach you how to get visa sponsorship jobs as well. That's if you can't afford to sponsor yourself. Second choice, say this is a scam. And I understand people that are scared to purchase things online. We all know what happens in Nigeria. But Mrs. Grace here felt the exact same way till she saw it was real. She said, "Thank you, Chika. I am happy that in Nigeria, we still have truthful and honest individuals like you. At first, I was skeptical because as a struggling widow who is looking for my children's school fees and removing from the little I have gathered, God bless you for not scamming me." She said, "My dear, you only have the fear of God. That's why. And God blessing will never depart from you." Like, this is also what Amy had to say as well. So, like she said, it's that I really love you for the fact that you know what you are doing. I hardly click on sponsored ad on Facebook. I don't even know why my spirit clicked on the post that day. And since then, I have never regretted my actions. As you can see, you don't need to be scared. Why? Because you have nothing to worry about. The third option you have is to be in the court of do nothing. Now, this gang, they never do anything. They are always interested in clicking every ad. Once they see relocate to Canada, they will be shouting they are interested. When it's time to take action, they will not do anything. Some of them usually feel like they can land in Canada without any cost, or they can figure everything out by themselves. And sometimes this does not end well. I've seen a lot of people come back to me and complain about one mistake or the other. Some of them have said that they got a travel ban just like that. So don't be in the court of do nothing. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you some frequently asked questions, some questions you might have about the program, some questions I've been asked about the program as well. The first question is, how much do I need to relocate through these substitute pathways? So, if you notice, I talked about 5 or 6 immigration programs in the Ultimate Nigeria to Canada relocation system. So, we don't have time to be breaking each of them down because it will take too much time, because each of these programs requires different amounts of money. So that's why in the program, I decided that I'm going to break down the cost it requires to relocate, through each of the programs step by step. And in case you are scared, oh, I can't afford it, or maybe I can afford it, that's why I also show you how to search for visa sponsorship jobs. Now, these are jobs that are willing to sponsor you even when you eventually get the job. So they'll pay everything required for you to be in Canada. The next question is, can I move to Canada by myself alone, or can I take my family? So whether you are single, you can relocate to Canada. Whether you are not single, whether you are married, you have children, you can relocate with your family. But these family members must be your immediate family, your wife, husband, or your children. Now, another question, I can't afford to get this program now. Can I get it later? One thing you must understand is that this program is not for everybody. It's for people who really want to move to Canada. This is not for people that are contemplating on relocating. Because let's be honest, if 35K is a big deal for you, then you're actually not ready. Because even if you want to relocate from Lagos to Abuja, it will cost you more than 35K. Talk more of Canada. So as you are even paying 35K, I'm in return saving you millions of naira that you will spend going through other routes. And as for getting it later, the price, first of all, the price will move to 50K by tomorrow night. After that, it moves to 100K. And that depends on how we are able to handle more people, because we might end up closing the program and not accept newcomers for a while. So the earlier you get it, the better. What if I can afford this program, but I cannot afford the cost of relocating? In the program, I talk about how to get visa sponsorship jobs, which means there are some employers that urgently need workers and they'll be willing to sponsor the entire cost of relocation on your behalf. So you have nothing to worry about. Also, in one of the bonuses, I talk about 5 online businesses that can make you anywhere from 200 to 500K. So this is a good way to raise money for your jackpot dreams. And as a matter of fact, one of those 5 businesses make me up to 3 million per month on the side. So it's possible to make a lot of money from them. Another question is, I'm not ready to relocate to Canada. If I pay now, will I still need to pay whenever I'm ready? So if you're not ready to start applying for jobs, whether you are in school, you are doing NYSC, or you are just not ready at the moment, it's better that you get the program before the price goes up. And whenever you decide to begin, I'll still be there to guide you, even if I have closed the program to the public. And you still get lifetime updates for free. So you have nothing to worry about. Another question is, I don't have a passport. Should I get my passport before getting the program? You don't have to wait till you get your passport. You can apply for jobs without your passport, which is the first stage of the application process. So why wait? While you are starting the application process, you can be applying for your passport on the side. But because if you miss out on this price now, when you come back when you are ready, the price will increase. But if you pay now, when the price increases, you don't pay any extra dime. You have lifetime access. Anytime you're ready to use the program, it's there for you, and you still have access to me as well. Do I need IELTS? Yes, you do, but not at the beginning. Eventually, when you are applying for either your permanent residence or residency or your work permit, that's when you will need your IELTS. But applying for jobs does not require IELTS. So what I suggest you can do is, if you're not ready to take IELTS, you can just start with job application and the rest. So when you start getting feedback from your employer, you can now start actively working on getting your IELTS, which in this case, the computer-based option is usually better. Why? Because the result comes out in 3 to 5 days, unlike the paper-based one that takes about 13 to 2 weeks, 13 days to 2 weeks. So you don't want the timing of when you get a job and when you write IELTS to be far apart. Another question is, if I get this program today, when will I get a job? So anybody or any agent that tells you that, oh, you can get a job in you get in 1 week or thereabouts, is lying to you. If anybody tells you that visa is 100% guaranteed, that person is still lying to you as well. As long as you are not the employer, you are not the IRCC, you cannot tell anybody when they'll get a job or when they'll get a visa. So some people think that once they pay for a program like this, they should automatically get a job. It does not work like that. If it works like that, you'll be paying like 10 million, sha. So this is also a personal story for me, right? Because before I became an intern, remember I said I was an intern for one of these travel agencies, right? I went around Lagos. I was applying to countless of travel agencies. See, there's on the island, there's no way I did not go on the island, right? And this was me. I was saying that let me come and work for you for free before I finally got one response. So you should be ready to apply to multiple jobs to increase your chances. It's normal everywhere, right? Even if you want a job in Nigeria, you still have to go through like different applications and the rest to increase your chances. Another question is, will you be doing everything for me? No, we're not going to be doing anything yourself. It's not a done for you program. So what this means is that I'm like your fitness coach. I'm going to be saying, oh, this is the exercise you must do, this is the food you must eat, this is how to do it, this is how not to do it. But you're still going to be the one doing everything. So my job is to guide you through the entire process. I have recorded videos upon videos that will be a perfect guide for you. My team and I will also be there to help you out whenever you need clarity. So you will be the one applying, but we will be guiding you through it. Another question: will you guide me through the process? 100% yes. My team and I are on standby to help you out whenever you need. Gets confused at some point. So we are available from Mondays to Saturdays. On Sundays, we will most likely be unavailable, right? Because even God rested on the seventh day. But any other day, we're available for you. I will eventually price this program at 200K because the time is a lot. If it was just the program alone, I would sell this course for cheap and move on with my life. So it's better to jump in now that it's 35K. Another question: when I pay now, when will I get access to the program? If you pay with Paystack, you get access instantly. If you pay with bank transfer, it might take a while, right? Maybe if I'm not online, or depends, right? But once I confirm your payment, you get access instantly. So that's why I always suggest you pay with Paystack. But there's still the transfer option as well. Another question you might have is, I'm too busy, I don't have time, I don't think I can do it myself. No matter how busy you are, you can make time to do the process. No matter how busy you are, you can make time to do the process, right? For instance, I only recommend that you apply for 3 to 5 jobs per day, right? Because one mistake some people make is that they just start blasting a lot of applications every day. I've seen someone that was just sending CV and CV up and down. Once they just see a job posting their CV, which is wrong, right? You might not be applying rightly. So tomorrow, when you don't get a response, you say, I've been applying to 100 of people, I've not gotten a response because you're not applying rightly. You are just sending CV up and down. You don't even know if your CV is okay. So what I recommend is apply to at least 3 jobs per day. If you are busy, you can apply. Um, if you are busy, you can apply for like 3, right? But if you are not busy, you can do 5 in a whole of 24 hours. Come on now, how busy can you be? Right? And this is the reason why, like, you can apply for these jobs effectively. And when you get the job, you can do the rest of the process with ease, because getting a job is the most complicated process. The rest part is very straightforward. So yes, no matter how busy you are, you can do this. You can actually do it. So if you have any questions that I have not answered, so it's not like I'm the only one doing the talking, the answering, the asking. So just ask your questions in the comment section. I will respond to it. So if you have any questions, comment section, and I will respond to you. So I'm expecting your questions in the comment section. So just ask any questions you have. If I pay, will it be a guarantee to move to Canada? So, like I said, right, nobody can guarantee you a job or a visa. What the guarantee you have is you are getting proper information required for the process, right? So the person that has the say of if you will move to Canada is, can we get a sample of resume? Yes, you can get a sample of resume. There are templates all over the program. What if I'm having a full Muslim name on my CV? There is no discrimination. It's in Nigeria that they are saying, I don't want Christian, I want Muslim, I don't want Muslim, I want Christian. There's no discrimination. Your name does not matter. What about the online job to raise money? Like I said, it's not a job. It's I'm going to be sharing with you 5 recommended side businesses you can program. It's there. Can get tonight. The coupon is 35K tonight. So the choice is yours. You want 35K or you want 50K? The coupon is there. You get it for the coupon is 35K tonight. So yeah, I think that's the best. That's very fair for everybody. So do you have any? Like I said, it's not a high band score that you need, but is required. Mm, um, will I still write IELTS and French? Sorry, I didn't get your question. Please ask again. If I pay, can I get the manuscript in hard copy? So, like I said, there are videos in the program, there are templates and the rest. So I cannot cannot be in hard copy now. Like this video you're seeing now, it can't be in hard copy. It has to be soft copy. So the access link will be sent to you how you can access all the programs. Um, are teaching jobs readily available? And the thing about teaching job is that it's not like Nigeria. You like okay, even in Nigeria, you need to be licensed, right? Think so. In Nigeria, you need to be licensed. Same in Canada. So if you get a license in Canada, yes, you can get a teaching job. What about visiting visa? What do you mean? Please ask again. How do you mean? Um, can one move from one state to another in Canada? And well, it's called a province. So if you are a permanent resident, yes, you can move from one province to another. What is the minimum score band for the IELTS? Minimum of 5. Minimum of band 5. Can I pay 15K now and balance on Monday? No. No installments. You have to your payments has to be to avoid any issues. So you just pay once and for all. If I miss your question, please ask again. Please talk more about age limit. Okay, so like I said, there is no fixed age limit. But personally, I advise that if you are over 50, you have limited chances. So it's better if your spouse that is younger than you or your child is applying. So that way it's easier for you. So I hope you understand. If you have any more questions, if I missed your question, please ask again because the questions keep coming and they are going up. Um, I'm trying to find questions I have missed. So if I have missed your question, please ask again. The floor is open for more questions. So now that you have the opportunity to ask, please just ask any more questions that you have. Please answer my question. What is the prospect of a medical doctor of 57 years? So, medical doctor of 57 years. First of all, as a medical doctor, as medical personnel, whether you're a doctor, a dentist, a pharmacist, you have to be licensed in Canada. You have to be licensed in Canada to apply. So, apart from getting a license, writing the exam, and all that, there's still the age thing that I just explained right now. After I pay the money, what's next? Can we go by sponsorship, please? um I cannot tell you if you go by sponsorship. You have to understand that this is a job application, right? And I'm not the employer. You're not applying to me. So I will not tell you that yes, so you will go by sponsorship or no, you will not go by it's not right. I don't know if you understand me. And after you pay, you get access to the program immediately. Then you start learning more about the process and you can start applying. There is no face-to-face webinar. Webinars happen online. Then account details is in the comment section as well. Do you help in visiting visa to Canada? No, I don't. Um, Patience, I've not answered your question. Sorry about that. Please ask again. I missed it. Um, if I am sponsored, meaning I must work for the sponsor to pay back. I can't say that, right? Some people have that kind of contracts. It does not mean that if my contract is I will work and pay back, it has to be the same for you. No, you don't. Most times I've seen cases, most of the cases is you don't have to work and pay back. They are sponsoring your relocation plan. That's it. They are just sponsoring it. You're not paying back for most of them, right? What's the estimated amount to process? Okay, like I said, I've already answered this question before. All the details are in the program because there are different immigration programs with their different costs. What if you want to start school in Canada? This is not for the study route, actually, it's for the work route. The network has not made me informed your presentation. Okay, the replay of the link will be provided. Sorry, the link for the replay of the webinar will be provided. Since I'm over 55, what can we do? Your child can apply sponsorship to Canada. That's what I'm saying. You are not buying a sponsorship. When you are paying, you are not getting sponsorship in return. You are paying to learn more about how you can apply for visa sponsorship jobs, right? So you learn how you can apply. You learn where you will find this type of jobs. You learn how to increase your chances to get this type of jobs. That's the logic, right? How long would it take for payment confirmation? As you can see, so if you are trying to meet up and be part of the people that enjoys the discounts, you make payments, send your payments confirmation to me. Immediately I'm done, I will start confirming payments for everyone. Must you have IELTS before you travel? You must have IELTS before you apply to travel, Seth. So yeah. I have my BSc. Do I still need IELTS? Yes, of course. Is IELTS compulsory for both unskilled? After paying 35K now, what would be the next step? The next step is to get access to the program and learn more about the process and start applying immediately. Will I write IELTS and French if I'm going to federal skilled worker? IELTS, you do only English proficiency alone, not French proficiency. Can't someone meet you physically? For can you process the visa for me being a single person? I don't process visas. Those that did not finish their SSC education, like myself, are we qualified? So the least requirement, the least educational qualification is WAEC and NECO. So if you don't have it, sorry. Can you share the account details for me in the group chat? The account details is in the comment section. Why do you need it in the group chat again? And don't worry, it's still posted, but just get it from the comment section first. What if I don't have passport already? You can start applying as you are trying to get your passport. You can still start the process. So I'm just taking a few more questions before we round off. Hi Chika, I just joined you. How much is the cost of the program? So if you just joined in, the program is 35K, but you still have to understand what the program is. So don't worry, I will do a recap of it so you can get, and the replay to the webinar will still be available as well. I'm physically challenged. Can I apply? Yes, you can. I thought you said 35K chances from now to Monday night. Yes, it's from now to Monday night, but only 10 slots are open. So if the 10 slots get exhausted, it's said. So you should not really be bothered about the 10. What you have to do is just make your payments early as possible, so you can be part of it, right? All right. So I'm just going to take one more question so we can round up. Now. Time is not on our side. I have a 19-year-old son. Which one aside from study can he go for? Can he later send for us? For your 19-year-old son, study is the best. Actually, for your 19-year-old son, study is the best. So this is all I can take for now. We have to round off the webinar. Yes, no. I just joined now. Please, will the replay be available? Yes, it will. What if you what if you get a job but no immediate cash to start processing? That's why I said that if you don't have as little as money that is readily available to you to take care of all these small costs, there's no point getting a job when you cannot follow up with it. So let's just get back and round up because there's no time is not on our side. So if you have more questions, please send to me on WhatsApp or via mail. So let's quickly summarize all you are getting today. The first thing you are getting is the Ultimate Nigeria to Canada Relocation System 2.0, which is worth 850K. And then you are getting 10 more bonuses, which is jobs that will sponsor your entire trip, which is worth 100K. Bonus 2 is 5 side hustles, 50K. Bonus 3 is access to settlement plans available for newcomers in Canada, which is worth 100,000. Bonus 4 is do's and don'ts when applying for a visa, worth 50,000. Bonus 5 is access to my personal contacts, which is worth 100K. Bonus 6 is important things to take with you to Canada. This is easily worth 20K. Bonus 7 is how to create an outstanding LinkedIn profile, worth 20K. Bonus 8 is best provinces to settle in Canada, worth 40,000. Bonus 9 is sample cover letter and free CV templates, worth 30,000 naira. Bonus 10 is free lifetime updates to this program, which is priceless. Everything, like we said, sums up to 1.3 million, but you can get it all, the main program and the 10 for 35,000 naira only. And this is valid for the next 2 days. Like from now to Monday night, you have the chance to get it for 10 people to get it at 35K. Two payment options. First is the payment link in the comment section, www.chicasconsult.online/pay. You can pay with Paystack, or if you're outside the country, you see the after paying with Paystack, you get access to the program instantly on the same page, right? Or if you have any issues with your payment, you can send a message to me on WhatsApp, which is the admin of the WhatsApp group you are in. Also, if you want to send your payment confirmation, there's a phone number in the comment section that you can use to send your payment confirmation on WhatsApp. The second payment option is via bank transfer. You can use the account details in the comment section to make payments and send your payment confirmation to the admin of the WhatsApp group that you are in. Whichever one works for you. Right now, you have two options. You either get the program right now for 35 or 50K, or procrastinate till the price increases to 100 or 200K. Trust me, that 165K you are saving today will go a long way in your relocation process. So I suggest you get in now and invest that money in getting a passport, doing your police reports, doing your medicals if you have not done so already. So if you decide to wait till it's 200K, it benefits me more because you are paying me more money, which I rightfully deserve. But the thing is, the same attention and the same information you get when you pay 35K is the same you get when you pay 200K. Nothing changes. The only thing that changes is you can get it cheaper today. Fulfill your dreams to move to Canada. And I appreciate you so much for listening to me for this long. And I also hope you got some value. I'm looking forward to seeing you inside. And if you have more questions, concerns, anything you need to ask about this program, send me everyone.